What's up guys, how you doing today? Welcome back to this YouTube channel. It's your guy Igor here, wearing a cowboy hat because at my workplace today we have a celebration. Basically it's summer is here, so we are wearing shorts and ready to go to a beach. I might even show you the pictures from there. Guys, today I want to tell you, as requested by many of my viewers, subscribers, why did I move to Calgary? I don't know if you're going to see my face like that. Look, it gets really dark like that, right guys? So I'm going to see, maybe I'll remove the hat, but this looks kind of awesome. So this is the hat from Stampede, and the Stampede, I'll make another video specifically on Stampede. It's one of the reasons why many Americans and many Calgarians, so everyone in the world, should visit Calgary at least once. So let me tell you a story. Also I want to tell you guys, there is a big celebration right now. This channel is finally monetized as of last night. It was insane, it was crazy, because I just couldn't even sleep because it just got monetized. So now if you've seen the advertisement before this video, it means probably I got half a cent or whatever it is, but it's kind of cool guys. So now I'm going to tell you why I decided to move from Toronto to Calgary. Let's go and talk a little bit about it, because there are too many people around here walking here and there. I don't want to be getting anyone excited about it. Let's go here. Right guys, here comes the story. I'll tell you exactly the honest answer why I chose to move to Calgary, and I'll also tell you why I chose to stay in Calgary and why I like Calgary more than Toronto even now, because I used to be a Toronto guy and I used to like that place more, but now I'm more of a Calgary fan, and I'm going to explain to you guys in this video why it is like that. There's so much of traffic going on today guys, there's so many cars. I'm just afraid I'm going to get ran over by one of those trucks. That's the truck there. There is another couple of trucks parked there. Calgary people drive pickup trucks and SUVs. I am probably driving the smallest car in Calgary, because everyone likes big here. I don't know why. Look at that fountain. They turned on the fountain there. So this, you know this place. This is my favorite place. This is just across the road from my workplace. And now I'm going to tell you a little bit about the reason it was a big decision to move to Calgary. So what had happened is, I was an international student in Toronto. I came there, I stayed in Scarborough, so I'm hardcore neighborhood. You know, some people don't like to go to Scarborough because the hardcore people there, it's like the hood. Well, I don't know if it's the hood, but people would say, you are from Scarborough, you must be a harsh person. I stayed in Scarborough, and I had another Ukrainian friend. So what had happened is, while I was studying, the name of the guy was Dmitry. Well, he's still Dmitry, but he's in Ukraine now, and that's the reason why I came to Calgary, alright? So I watched him study for 1 year. He started studying before me, but I had a 2-year program. So I had been involved into the entire cycle of his journey to Canada. He really wanted to stay here. And once he graduated, he did his diploma in logistics. He was actually a really creative guy. He was playing the guitar. I lived with 2 awesome guys. Well, they didn't really like me much because I wouldn't let them party a lot, but that's another story for another video. But those guys were really creative. One of them was a DJ, the other guy was a rock guitar player plus a photographer. So he had a really good DSLR, and he was working part-time as a photographer in a pub. Now he's a registered professional photographer in Ukraine, you know, that guy. And he couldn't find a job. So he was struggling, searching for jobs in Alberta, in Calgary. Sorry guys. He was struggling, and he was searching for jobs in Toronto. And he applied resumes, went for different interviews and everything, but he couldn't get anything. Now, if you don't get a job for what you studied for, you don't get that experience, Canadian work experience, you don't get the extra points for express entry. Long story short, he ended up going back to Ukraine, and I was watching him. So I realized that at that time, and even now, I think Calgary had more jobs than Toronto, which means that immigration would be better. Immigration system provincial program in Calgary is also better. I decided to come to Calgary. I didn't have a job offer in Calgary. I didn't have anything. I didn't know much about Calgary, other than there was one guy on one of those Russian blogs, forums about immigration. I think his name was I don't remember, Matroskin, Kot Matroskin, I think that was his nickname. He was from Calgary and he was always praising the city. And I realized that Calgary is not that bad. I was looking at it, it was like smaller city, they said it's really cold. All of my friends were saying, don't go there, don't go to Calgary, it's going to get real cold in winter. It's really boring there, there's nothing to do. Other people would tell me, go to Calgary. I had some really racist friends who were saying Calgary is less diverse, go to Calgary because of that. I was like, I don't care about diversity, but what I noticed in common, people are saying that there are more jobs out west, Western Canada. So not only Canada is Western country, Calgary is even Western of the Western, you know. So I decided that's why the cowboy hats are here for. It's that what people are wearing for Stampede usually. That's from one of the Stampede festivals I purchased this hat. Today I'm wearing it at work. So Calgary was more attractive for jobs. I also looked at AINP. I'm going to actually, you know what guys? I'm going to put this can just for you guys, just for you. There will be a pop-up right here, right now, about the video about AINP program, Alberta Immigration Nominee Program. That's my video, you can watch it and you will learn a little bit more about the Alberta Immigration Nominee Program. It's way better for me, for international students, and easier to immigrate. Okay, so if you go through that program, if you studied in Alberta, it's way easier to go through strategic recruitment stream. I think they just recently changed the legislation a little bit, so I'm going to look into it and I'm going to post an updated video later on, and I will also probably put another link here. If I forget about it, please remind me in the comments. Once I create a new video about it, I'll put it there. Just make sure you remind me, it will pop up somewhere here, guys, in the comments. And of course, you know, everyone told me there are more jobs in Calgary, there is an easier immigration program, but people said don't go there, it's boring, it's crappy, and you shouldn't be there. That's my struggle now. So those people who told me they would go to Calgary with me, no one actually went. Okay, so it was just me and my wife who moved to Calgary. Other of my friends who were saying we are going to Calgary, screw Toronto, they didn't come here. And you know what? I think good thing, okay, let me split it into two things. One thing, good thing, they didn't have to move, and most of them did their immigration from Toronto anyways, and they were able to stay in Canada. Number two, the bad thing is they don't own property, they don't have any houses, they don't, like, they don't get as much money as people in Alberta get. So what I'm trying to say is I made the right decision to move to Calgary. It's a beautiful city. It had one of the most beautiful sceneries in Canada. Now, have you seen Niagara Falls, right? Go to Google and search Lake Louise. You're gonna see the mountain, Rocky Mountains, and it's everything. It's just in driving distance from Calgary. It's like 1.5 hours and you are in Lake Louise. You can drive to British Columbia, you can from Calgary on your car. It's gonna be like a day drive, but you can go to Vancouver. So it's a really good place to live. It's beautiful, amazing mountains, nature, hiking sceneries, lots of jobs, oil and gas industry, higher paid jobs, easier immigration system, less population. If it matters to you or not, I don't know. It's a little bit less diverse than Toronto. For me, it doesn't play any kind of role or whatever. I don't care about it, not to swear, but I just don't care about it. But other than that, I think Calgary is really amazing, really nice people, very polite, has lots of benefits, and as I said, easier immigration system, easier to find jobs, and more people stay in Canada, especially international students who come to Calgary. So my main reasons, again guys, my friend got sent back to Ukraine, unfortunately. I feel bad for the guy, seriously. He really wanted to stay in Canada. He didn't find a job in Toronto. Number two is rumors that Alberta has more jobs, which came to be true. Number three, Calgary pays more money, which is also true. Number four, it is not that cold after all. Humidity is less. So it's fine, people are used to it here, especially if you have your own house. So it's number five, you can actually buy a house. Good luck buying a house in Toronto, in a driving distance from downtown, in 15 minutes from downtown. Good luck. You are not going to get a place in Toronto if you don't have enough money. If you have $1 million, you can do it. If you're like me, a poor bastard, sorry guys, I come from a really poor family in Ukraine. I've never been a rich guy, alright? I have never been one of those highest top class. I come from a family of average workers. My parents had to work their entire lives for me being where I am right now, to contribute that much of effort to get me the education, to get me, both of my parents had university degrees, that's true, but they worked their entire lives, working government jobs. My mother was working as a chemistry teacher and biology teacher in Ukrainian school for 30 years. My dad was a swimming coach his entire life, professional swimming coach, world class. His swimmers went to Olympics. He is very talented person. Like, there are not many coaches as talented as my dad. My brother is a swimming coach, and I almost went into sports myself, but my parents said you have to make money, and I said I cannot make it in Ukraine, and that's how I ended up in Canada, and because it's way more opportunities. So all of this, my family had to work a lot. I had friends who were actually rich in Ukraine, who are actually really rich guys, and their parents told them not to hang out with me because I was not from a rich family. So, you know, those guys, it's really offensive, you know, when someone tells you like that to your face. Don't hang out with Igor, he's not from a rich family. Don't hang out with him. You have to build a relationship with someone who has money. Well, right now I'm doing better than those of my friends, so screw them, screw the haters, doubters, and those pessimistic people who think money is the only thing that matters in life, because you know why, right guys? That's why you're watching this video. You're going to be successful too, because I'm sharing with you guys. I'm sharing with you and I want you to succeed. That's why I have this channel at first place. Guys, this is the reason why I moved to Alberta. I'm really happy with the decision. I'm happy with my work. I am happy, even I got laid off. You know, I got employment insurance, everything. I have a place to live, I have a car, and I have an awesome YouTube channel with you guys. It's even more fun. So I want to thank you so much for watching this channel, guys, and asking me these wonderful questions. Make sure you ask me more questions. If you have any doubts, questions about Calgary, any festivals and things that you want to know, make sure you write them in the comments, and I'm going to create another video for you guys. And of course, if you're new to this channel and you think you like what you see, consider subscribing to this channel. And of course, if you think you enjoyed it, hit the like button. And if you think you didn't enjoy it, please don't hit the dislike button, but you can do it, guys. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in next video. Have a good one, guys. How do I switch it off?